Hello, hello. TGIF. Keith, Bear Truth, Willow Bug. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing okay today. I know I'm tired. So, lots to talk about today. Lots to talk about. And Keith, I've got both of those videos queued up. I'm tired, Willow Bug, but otherwise I'm okay. Thank you for asking. I'm trying to get everything together for tomorrow. Don't forget to hit them thumbs up, guys. Please. We got a family reunion tomorrow. Yippee. Which I had forgot about until my son in law called me earlier today. So shout out to little Gusto. Absolutely, Keith. They are. I know we already know they coming. Personally, I think it's a lead up. You know, they had the ruling yesterday, I think it was, on the 2A, which come out in our favor. And then they had the RVW today. Little too coincidental there for my taste. I know a lot of the others is watching everybody up in Missouri. So y'all catch us after a while. Hey to everybody. And I hope they all having fun. Yeah, Keith, I seen an article on that. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Yeah. That yeah. And think about it, that's three of the biggest reason for protest in the past. Your 2A, your RVW, and then the gay marriage. And literally, the state of Georgia has it been, but I want to say about 5 years ago, started allowing gay marriage in the state of Georgia. And I'm sorry, but I am of the firm mind you cannot help who you love. I agree, Keith. I completely agree. I even have a video to share with y'all of everybody's favorite horse-faced senator. Today may very well get me kicked off of YouTube. But you know what? Y'all know I believe in the freedom of speech. And the cards will fall where they fall. Hey, David, how are you? Guys, Keith said there's 5 of y'all watching, and y'all better hit him thumbs up. You know, for the most part, I try not to overstep my boundaries or shove my personal beliefs down other people's throats. Because that's not who I am. Now, if somebody comes to me and asks me, you know, what's your thoughts on such and such, you know, I'll, you know, of course I'll share my thoughts. But after thinking, you know, on the last 2 days, yesterday and today, in my opinion, you know, if people don't like what any content creator, not just myself, but if people don't like what the creator of the channel that they're watching saying, you don't have to watch it. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from watching my channel. So don't take that way. But as a human being, God gave me the right to form my own thoughts, my own opinions, just like He did each and every one of y'all. And sometimes it helps to get it off of our chest. Hey, Bear Truth, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Yeah, David. But today's gonna be even worse. But if something happens and I do get banned, if somebody will, please drop my backup channel link. But all right. Yeah, David. You think you know whose voice it is now? Thank you, David. So, oh no, don't, please don't be done that. Whew. I thought my computer had done messed me up, guys. You good, Keith. Yeah, I know, Jeff. I was talking to Scaled to these name is David. You think you know who I am, Jeff? I am Georgia Peach prepping. Y'all fix to see two of me up here on the screen. I know. There we go. That I am, Bear. I don't know. I ain't seen her in a couple of days, Keith. I need to um text her and see what if she's all right. All right. Share share screen. Ah, me and my buttons. There we go. All right. Well, since today's rolling, I figured we'd Oh, I'm going to share them. Yeah, Keith. I'm definitely going to share them. David. All right. So Keith sent me two videos, and I wanted to share them with y'all. So I'm gonna mute myself. That way I can unmute my computer so you guys can hear it. Apparently, it's not going to let me share it. YouTube. I'll put the link for it down in the chat. I don't have OBS, David. I would have to download it through somehow, and I haven't figured out how to do that. I know how to do like TikToks, which is the intros that I usually use. Hang on, let me see something, because I really do want to share that. That one and the other one you sent me. Computer's on base slow. All right, Keith, I'll try that. All right, let me mute myself again. My daggone. Oh shoot, I can't put my mic up to it because if I do, Keith, it's on it's going to give feedback and bust everybody's eardrums. Hang on, let me see if I can figure this out. Share. Share screen. Aha. I think I figured it out, guys. All right, let me mute myself again. Hey, Monty, how are you? Apparently, it did Tgif. I'll get it figured out for sure. I'll put after we're done. I'll go back and put the links in the comments so everybody can check them out. The one is the guy talking about what's going on over in UKR with Bear, and the other one is talking about what happened on J6 inside the building itself. Thank you very much for those, Keith. I appreciate it greatly. David, we can do that after the stream.
She's still paying off people that she owed money to before she got a job. She ain't bothered me on everything she owes me. But I ain't saying nothing to her because.
Alright, so we all know what went down today. Keith, if it does, it does. They can't handle it when you try to tell the truth. But you got these bigger channels that can say and do as they please, and there's no repercussions. That's what gets me. I agree, Willow. So, honestly, I had to go back and do some research. I remembered the RVW, was about abortion, but that was all I could remember. So I went back, and looked it up. And I said, well, since I had trouble remembering exactly, what it said, I'll leave it pulled up and, share with y'all. Yeah, Keith, some of them aren't, but even some that are monetized, I have seen be able to get away with a lot. I'm nowhere near being monetized. Oh, I hate it when my eye goes to itching. But RVW was a landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Constitution of the U.S. generally protects a pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion. The decision, which struck down many U.S. federal and state abortion laws, fueled an ongoing debate in the U.S. about whether or to what extent abortion should be legal. Who should decide the legality of abortion, and what the role of moral and religious views in the political sphere should be. It also shaped debate concerning which methods the Supreme Court should use in constitutional adjunction. The case was brought by Norma McCorvey, known by the legal pseudonym Jane Roe, who in 1969 became pregnant with her third child. McCorvey wanted an abortion but lived in Texas where abortion was illegal except when necessary to save the mother's life. Her attorneys, Sarah Weddington and Linda Lord, I can't talk. Linda Coffey, there we go, filed a lawsuit on her behalf in U.S. federal court against her local district attorney, Henry Wade, alleging that Texas abortion laws were unconstitutional. A three-judge panel of the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas ruled in her favor and declared the relevant Texas abortion status as unconstitutional. The parties appealed this ruling to the Supreme Court of the United States. I'm not pinball. I want to know where in the Constitution it talks about abortion. Can somebody help me out with that one? On January 22nd, 1973, the Supreme Court issued a 7-2 decision holding that the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution provides a fundamental right to privacy, which protests a pregnant woman's right to an abortion. But the court also held that the right to abortion is not absolute and must be balanced against the government's interest in protecting women's health and parental rights. Prenatal life. I agree, Keith. I agree. But you know, I agree, David. It's double standard. But I'm a Christian. My Bible tells me that murder is wrong. And no matter what the government or doctors or whatever says, abortion is murder. This is my beliefs, my opinion, which I'll probably get crucified for, but I'm of the mindset that if you're a woman and you go out and lay down and have sex with a man and you get pregnant, you should not be able to kill that baby. That's right, Keith. I mean, I believe in a woman's right to her body. Don't get me wrong. But what I do not support is just doing it because you don't want the child. There are so many people that cannot biologically have children that want to adopt. Now, if a woman is raped, I should not have said that word. I know that's a no word. Or the M word that goes with the R word I just said and becomes pregnant, or would be at risk. I can see it. But just so you don't have to take care of that child, no. It's not the baby's fault. Exactly, Keith. A baby does not ask to be conceived. Not at all. I agree, David. There are signs. But sometimes, things happen. All right. This is from Fox News. Supreme Court overturns RVW and landmark opinion. The Supreme Court on Friday overturned RVW, effectively ending recognition of a constitutional right to abortion and giving individual states the power to allow, limit, or ban the practice altogether. Our Rights DC group planning protest outside Justice Clarence Thomas's house. Our Rights DC is planning to protest outside Justice Thomas's house this evening. The group posted on Twitter urging activists to meet them at 6 p.m. to carpool to Thomas's street. Wear a mask, they wrote in the message with the hashtag Ruth sent us. President Potato Head on Friday urged everyone, no matter how deeply they care about this decision, to keep all protests peaceful, 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 peaceful. No intimidation. Violence is never acceptable, Potato stressed. Threats and intimidation are not speech. We must stand against violence in any form, regardless your rationale. The president's plea for peaceful protests come amid promises from a pro-choice extremist group, Jane's Revenge, to deliver a night of rage if the court returns RVW or overturns. Hi, Regina. How are you? Hi, Flying Ryan. How are you? I agree, Flying Ryan. Absolutely. Absolutely. I completely agree with you, Ryan. I mean, there are certain cases where I can see it. And I agree, if it's done early on. But a lot of these people believe that there's not a life until they come out the womb. And I know you're not saying that, so don't take that way. But, from conception, it is alive. Abortion clinics, pregnancy centers, churches, and police are ramping up security measures in some areas to brace for the impact of the U.S. Supreme Court's Friday decision overturning RVW. The High Court ruled 6-3 in Dobbs versus Jackson's Women Health Organization to uphold a Mississippi law banning abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy. The Republican-led state of Mississippi asked the Supreme Court to strike down a lower court ruling that stopped the 15-week abortion ban from taking place. The Capitol Hill Pregnancy Center, which was vandalized earlier this month, said it has replaced old security cameras with new ones since the center's building was egged and painted on. Executive Director Janet Durig told Fox News Digital. Police have also offered the clinic increased protection ever since, including drive-bys that have probably increased sixfold and nighttime security guards. Abortion clinics, pregnancy. I just read that. Why are you repeating yourself? New York City pro-choice protesters blocked street with bicycles following reversal of RVW. Pro-choice protesters blocked a street in New York City during a protest following the reversal of RVW on Friday by the Supreme Court. Protesters blocked Fifth Avenue and West 8th Street in New York City on Friday during the pro-choice protest. The intersection is near Washington Square Park, where more than 500 people showed up to protest on Friday evening. Yeah, Regina, absolutely. Right, Keith. Atlanta police block off road near Capitol amid pro-choice protest. Police in Atlanta, Georgia have blocked off a portion of a road near the Capitol amid a pro-choice protest after the Supreme Court reversed RVW on Friday. And guys, if you've ever been downtown Atlanta and know where the Capitol building is, oh, sweet baby Jesus. Traffic's bad enough through there. Hey, Militant, how are you? Militant, I am of mind frame that no. You know, we've got to start standing up. And by we, I include myself in that. Arkansas Department of Health warns abortion clinics that conducting an abortion is a felony. It's good to see you too, Militant. How you been? The Arkansas Department of Health issued a notice to abortion clinics throughout the state on Friday, warning them that performing an abortion is considered a felony and is punishable by prison time of up to 10 years, according to a reporter with Fox 16. So, and it shows a picture of the email or the notice. Dear Administrator, pursuant to Act 180 of 2019, the Arkansas Attorney General, must certify that the United States Supreme Court has either fully or partially overruled RVW for the act to be effective. And it gives the state code from reference to. This morning, the U.S. Supreme Court issued its opinion in Dobbs State Health Officer of the Mississippi Department of Health versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, overruling RVW, and Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania versus Casey. At approximately 2 p.m. Central, the Arkansas Attorney General certified that the U.S. Supreme Court overruled RVW, and Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania versus Casey Furthermore, please be advised that pursuant to Act 309 of 2021, purposely performing or attempting to perform an abortion is a felony punishable by up to 10 years imprisonment and a fine of up to 100,000 except to save the life of a pregnant woman in a medical emergency. I agree, both Regina and Keith, absolutely. I mean, like I said earlier, I think that this Supreme Court decision, coupled with the 2A decision from yesterday, is a lead up to ML. I agree with Regina. FJB, exactly. It could be, David. Also from Fox News, Senator Ted Cruz, there is a risk of violence. Supreme Court overturns RVW and landmark abortion decision. Let's see what old Ted got to say. And they killing me with this Duck Dynasty bullshit. Sorry, I don't like Duck Dynasty. It is a setup. Maybe it's both, Keith. This is from FoxNews.com, directly quoting Ted Cruz. I think there is a real risk of violence. We've seen multiple Democrats now, including old Maxine Waters, before that, Chuck Schumer, before that, the potato head White House, effectively encouraging violence. Chuck Schumer stood on the steps of the Supreme Court and threatened Justice Kavanaugh. You have unleashed the whirlwind. You won't know what hit you. That's almost exactly what Maxine Waters said there. And I got to say, it's really cynical to see Democrats effectively condoning violence. I call upon Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, to be on watch, to stop any violence today, not to allow radicals who want to employ mob violence to threaten the Supreme Court, to threaten churches, to threaten pro-life pregnancy centers, to enforce the rule of law. Yeah, distraction is definitely part of the setup. Yeah, they are, Keith. Absolutely. I mean, AOC, I'll send you that video that I got of her. It's actually out here on YouTube. Yeah. She was escorted by police to the protest. And the woman that has the megaphone, in which I found this through Pinball Prepping. So shout out to Pinball. Much love, brother. I seen it on his channel, so I went, looking for it. But the woman with the megaphone is actually part of the Communist Party of the United States. They have, Regina. You're absolutely right. You seen it too, Keith? And I seen you. Pinball had showed the video of Maxine as well. And this ain't her first rodeo calling for violence. I can't tell y'all what my thoughts on those two are because, well, I'd wind up in prison. Also from Fox News, RVW overturned liberal journalist rage at Ruth Bader Ginsburg for not retiring. Thanks especially to RBG today for making this possible, one writer tweet. I agree, Keith. I agree. The Supreme Court decision to overturn RVW Friday resulted in meltdowns from many liberal journalists, blaming can you hear me now? Yeah, it shut me out StreamYard and it said no internet when I had perfect internet service. I must be stepping on toes. Ginsburg died in September of 2020 at 87 years old, leaving a vacancy for President T. Mann to nominate Justice Amy Coney Barrett to take her place on the court. Columnist Scott Finberg called Ginsburg a hero whose decision not to retire helped lead the destruction of RVW. Sadly, this will be a big part of her legacy, he tweeted. No, if they had shut me down, it would have knocked everybody out of chat and everything. Trust me, I've been in quite a few chats where yeah. Podcast host Katie Halper mocked the late justice in a sarcastic tweet. So glad RGB kept planking instead of retiring from the Supreme Court, she wrote. A freelance writer for liberal outlets such as Jezebel and Vice suggested Ginsburg and President Bammer were responsible for this outcome. Responding to a tweet sent by the former president blasting the court's decision, Fishbein wrote, well, maybe someone could have convinced RBG to retire. Guys, there's so many different. Oh, you know, they tried to force her to retire. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Can I get 5x5? Okay. Absolutely, Keith. Absolutely. Thank you, David. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Keith. All right, Regina. So, I think that, and if I remember correctly, you know, the woman was awesome. Welcome back, Regina. I'm glad you can hear me. You know, so I think personally they're trying to use her as a scapegoat, even though she's no longer of this earth. So now comes, I don't know how to explain. There's a word for it, but anyway, Clarence Thomas says Supreme Court should reconsider contraception, gay marriage rulings. Clarence Thomas mentions Griswold, Lawrence, and Obergefell as examples of rulings that could be reconsidered. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas pitched the possibility of revisiting multiple key rulings in the aftermath of the overturning of RVW. Thomas, who voted with the majority to overturn the landmark abortion case, made his feelings known in a separate concurring opinion. The Thomas opinion drew comparisons between abortion and several other political issues that have been addressed by the Supreme Court in recent years. Oh, I did not, Keith. Oh boy. I did see where UKR are using American rockets, and we know what Bear said about that. That's what it sounds like to me too, Regina. Right? They don't want anybody infringing on their right to privacy. What gives them the right to infringe on ours? Yeah, that's what it seems like to me too, Keith. You know, growing up, I always heard the old adage, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Just because somebody holds a political office, what makes them better than us? I mean, really, there's only one person on this earth that's better. Well, I shouldn't say on the earth. There's only one person that's better than me, and he doesn't walk this earth, and his name's God. I agree. You know, they're all against 2A, but they have armed security details because they know that if they walk around without someone protecting their ass, they know what'll happen. And I don't believe I have to tell y'all what would happen. Y'all know. And I'm here to tell y'all that's all I've seen on my YouTube all day long is RVW. I agree, Keith. I agree. I completely agree. And you know, y'all heard me say earlier tomorrow I'm going to a family reunion. And I got a big family. And I can guarantee you about 90% of them will be carrying. because it's at a public state park. And in this day and age, you need some kind of protection. Whether it's in the form of a pew-pew or as far down as a knife. So, Keith, I'm taking the 3-year-old with me, so I can't. Otherwise, I definitely would. That and I'm broke. So, yeah. Oh, I know how to use my feet. That I do. My own family is scared of my feet, okay? And the funny thing is, I don't know why the hell I'm going to the family reunion. These people don't talk to me. Yeah, Keith. Peach, I don't know how true this is, but I saw they are talking about Oldie Gay Pride parade in DC this weekend. I don't doubt it, truth. I don't doubt it at all, Jeff. You know, with the politicians, acting the fool the way they're acting, from number one right on down to everyday citizens acting the fool. And that's what Justice Thomas was talking about going after next. So, no, David, I'll just take and push them up underneath the water in the lake. Oh, wait a minute, that was my family. I'd find something to do to whoever comes after me.
Who's coming after you? Because I'll fuck them up. Oh, they're not coming after you.
Mm-mm.
They're literally like walking up after you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll still fuck them up. I don't care. Did you hear Zayden in here singing Bob Marley? Don't worry about a thing. Well, they got that video on YouTube of the little boy singing it.
Mm-hmm.
I showed it to Zayden, and boy, he's all about that song. He knows it.
Good.
Every little thing is gonna be all right. Hey, give him some light, bitch.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can't be so shady.
Yes, Keith, water. That kind of nonsense going on. I think they're doing it to distract us while they are busy getting rich as hell while putting us out in the street to starve. Absolutely, Regina. Absolutely. Yeah. Right, Keith, and it's the 3-year-old singing the song. Not me. Not me, David. No. We'll let the 3-year-old start a singing chant. We'd have to make a we'd have to do like a Discord because I am not putting him on YouTube. There's too many freaks. And I'd have to hurt somebody. Ooh. But yeah, we asked the 3-year-old if he wanted to go with Nene tomorrow and go swimming. Yeah, yeah. So we're going to the state park down in Waycross. They got a big lake. They got a section, you know, roped off for swimming. Right, Regina? Susanna! How are you? We was talking about you earlier. Thank you, Regina. I hope so too. When I looked at the forecast earlier, it was saying no rain for tomorrow. But we both know how Georgie is about that. Yeah, Regina, from to the west of where I live, it's they've been getting pretty bad thunderstorms. We've got a couple of sprinkles, but that's it. But I'll be sure to get some video of the location and all. So I'm probably not going to do scenario Sunday this week. So yeah, Regina, that it does. I'm glad you're okay, Susanna. I told them I was on text you after the live and make sure you was okay. I think the highest we've got was 102. But the heat, you know, that's without the heat index. But we already got sunscreen and everything packed up for tomorrow. And I'm probably going to get yelled at by my stepmom because I'm wearing shorts. But guess what? It's too damn hot to wear pants. Absolutely, Keith. Absolutely. It is, Regina. I mean, we'll have, lunch inside, but you know how it is when you take kids anywhere near a lake down here. Jeff, I believe you can. Um, Susanna, can't you water can frozen strawberries? Yeah, AC's inside, Regina. I'm pretty sure Tiger told me you can though. Um, I'm just starting my canning experience. So so far all I've done is ghee and grape jelly. Yeah, Regina, we would be miserable for sure. Jeff, if you want me to, I will text my friend after the live. Is your email? Ooh, pretty sure Tiger said you could, but I'd have to double check. Because we was talking about frozen strawberries and blueberries and, well, frozen fruit. Jeff Keith said he looked it up and it says frozen is fine to use. That's right, entertainment purposes only. I need to make a banner with that for when we are canning. Works the same as fresh. Probably so, Regina. When I used my when I done my grape jelly, I used 100% real grape juice. I took the shortcut. Actually, David, it can be depending on if you're using juices and stuff like that. Well, she does, Keith. I know we all right, Jeff. But yeah, Keith said that he looked it up and it says that frozen berries are okay to use for water bath canner. Are you doing a jelly or? Sound like frozen strawberries whole. I would use fresh. You'll wait, Keith. Oh my goodness. There is a squirrel out back and he's going in and out the fence. He's going through the little holes in the fence. Yeah, I know I got some more stuff that I need to dry can. Yeah, that would, Susanna. That would make sense. Right, Keith? But if I do that, the dogs is gonna come outside and scare it off. Keith, Jeff said thank you, that he appreciates it. He wasn't sure on account of all the preservatives that went in when they packaged them. No, one thing sure, it's clouded up. And it needs to rain. Our mud hole in our driveway's drying up. No, I said I wasn't going to do scenario Sunday this weekend because I actually have um a project in mind that I want to get out. So I'm gonna work on that Sunday. That and I have other things planned for Sunday. Oh, always, Jeff, always. Welch's is definitely, yeah, it would, Keith. It really would. On which Ryan Hall was saying earlier that um, they storm trying to form out in the Atlantic. Yippee! So I reckon it's time to start watching the Weather Channel. And you know, the Weather Channel will lie to you too. It ain't just MSE. Yeah, it can be, Regina. That they do, Regina. That's the reason why I watch channels like Ryan Hall and there's another one I used to watch here on YouTube. I can't remember the name of it now. Yeah, they are. And you know, one night there's some bad weather moving through the country. Ah, gotcha, Jeff. Those bad weather moving through the country, and lady that I know here on YouTube, she's well known in the community, lives up in Canada, and she's looking at the radar up there. And guys, I still can't explain what we seen that night. I can't remember if we done it here on I think it was here on my channel. Yeah, it was. And as soon as she showed the picture on my live, guys, she got kicked out the StreamYard. Keith, you and Susanna, y'all remember that? Yeah, that was yeah. David, no lie, it looked like a straight line, up and down, and it was all red and yellow, but it was straight up and down. There wasn't no curves or nothing. And it was straight up and down. I'm talking about perfectly straight. Never seen nothing like it in my life. Sounds like breakfast. Yep, absolutely. Definitely, Regina. Man-made electronic. Yeah. I've never heard of that, David. Absolutely, Regina. Absolutely. All right, guys, we hit the hour and a half mark. I've got to finish getting everything together for tomorrow. And I want y'all to have a safe weekend, please. Especially with everything that's going on the last 2 days. Stay out the big cities. If you can, stay home. Keep your heads on a swivel. Stay prepped up. Stay prayed up. And I'm going to leave y'all with a song tonight, being it's Friday. And I will be back Monday. So, let's see which song I want to leave y'all with.
Welcome to the world, everybody. I'ma paint you black and white. I'ma make you hate each other so that everyone will fight. I'ma give you our religion, let the righteous find the light. But I will also give you science to oppose the word of Christ. And I'ma give you borders, they're imaginary lines. If you cross them, go to war and win when everybody dies. And I'ma give you money that you'll value more than life. And let the 1% have everything while you fight to survive. And then I'll give you politics, I'll call it left and right. And while you divide yourselves, I will conquer both the sides. Can't you see? I'm the system, my whole purpose is divide. What you choose will never matter because everything is mine. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.